Can everybody see us?
Can everybody hear us? Because I want to specifically let everybody know Conky passed out.
I did not pass out. I landed like a rock star. You know what? We're going to take care of this right now.
Only one way to find out.
I'm gonna put this in the chat right now.
Only one way to truly, really find out.
How's that?
I don't know. I can't see the chat, so.
There we go. We're gonna show my banner here.
Now I see it. Now I see it. I landed like a rock star.
How come it's not scrolling? I don't know. Whatever. We're just gonna leave that alone. It'll just stay there.
You go. I need to change my mind to Conky passed out.
No. I was awake for the whole thing. And
I'm curious, at what point did you close your eyes?
You know what? Here's the funny part. I tried to look down at the ground, and I wanted to get that feeling of the ground rushing towards me and all that. And he kept,
they won't let you
pulling up on.
Yeah, they won't let you. Mine told me as well. He said from the very beginning, he said your head has to go back, body like a banana. Your head always has to be back. He said, do not look down. Do not look down. Do not look down. He said you can look. He said you can look in my arm. So they were recording from their arm. So he'd have it up a little bit. He said you can look at my arm and look at the camera, but you can't look down. I don't know why. Maybe because if you do, you'll pass out.
Maybe that's it. But I didn't pass out.
I mean, I want take me back. Take me back to the entirety of the experience. What were you even feeling about it coming down even to Florida?
Well, I was looking forward to that experience where I could look down at the ground and see the ground rushing at me, because it was supposed to be, my video wasn't supposed to be what it turned out to be. My video was supposed to be about conquering your fear and, all that. Excuse me. And I didn't get a chance to really conquer my fear of falling, because I didn't really realize I was falling through the whole thing. So it became about something else. It became about, whatever I put out there. But the thing for me was, I don't know, how were your ears going down?
My ears were popping like crazy. And when I landed on the ground, I couldn't hear. I can't remember. One of them I couldn't hear at all. And then it eventually came back. But your ears are popping and popping. I don't know if it's the pressure in the eardrum, but this is one of the things that George asked me. She's like, is it like a roller coaster? I was like, no, it's not like a roller coaster at all. She's like, was it cold? I was like, well, no, it wasn't really cold that I can remember. All I can remember is a lot of wind and me. I kept trying to make faces, try and make my mouth blow up completely, like, so I was going, I was just doing all kinds of stuff, trying to see if I could get my whole mouth to just go, boom. And it's definitely, I mean, would you agree it's nothing at all like a roller coaster?
Correct. It may be for a split second when you first fall out of the plane, you feel a little something, but that's it. I mean, for a split second, you feel a little bit of a fall, but that's it.
You know what it feels like?
What?
It feels like your dog putting its head out a window in a Ferrari going 200 miles per hour.
The thing oh, thank you, Silver Wheels, for the $5.
Really, that's what I felt. I felt wind. I didn't feel anything in my stomach. I didn't feel anything in my gut. I felt wind.
The thing that got to me is when, for the brief second I could put my head down, I cut the wind and it wasn't. Huh?
I said when you passed out, I mean?
No, I landed like a rock star. For the brief
That's not what the rumor is.
But who started the rumor? I want to know where that started.
Whoa. My phone just passed out.
Whoops.
Did you guys just hear George burp in the background?
I saw when did she get down there?
That's a good question. When did you get down here? She went.
Whenever.
She's being a pain right now. She's been here a couple days.
So is she going python hunting with you?
With me? No,
Yeah.
She's going solo. I ain't going out python hunting again. You mean for a walk on a levee?
I mean beer bottle hunting.
Beer, there you go. Beer bottle hunting. Yep.
Well, are we sure that wasn't a genuine Florida snipe hunt?
I'm pretty sure that was a snipe hunt.
Because,
I'm pretty sure we got taken on a snipe hunt.
I mean, if it was a real python hunt, you'd think we'd have caught a gardener snake or something. Jennifer Hell, thank you for the $2 super chat. We appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you.
There's definitely snipes, man.
But we caught nothing. Nothing.
Except for those snipes.
Yeah, well, the snipes and beer bottles. And I think somebody caught an iPhone.
That is a rumor as well that I heard. Wasn't it an iPhone 12 Max?
Something like that. It looked an awful lot like Guapo's. But it couldn't be Guapo's. I mean, he wouldn't drop it like twice on the same trip, would he?
No, I don't. No. I couldn't imagine that he would.
No. I mean, you'd think that you'd drop it once and then you'd learn, right? And never drop it again.
You wouldn't lose a $2,200 phone.
No, yeah, you wouldn't want to lose a $2,200 phone.
Never.
Where's Guapo?
I don't know. I was at
where is Guapo?
I was at the public storage today where he bought those units in Akron, and I was cleaning out my unit that I got last month. I was finally cleaning it out, but I rented my unit. Okay, I'll say that. And there was a no sale unit there, and I don't think they were supposed to let us do that, but we went through it, after the no sale because they were going to just have to clean it out anyway. And she was asking Guapo about these paintings that he got that were wrapped up in one of his units that he bought. So I asked her, I said, the Guapo, did he finally give you those paintings? And she goes, yeah, but I said, what'd he do? They told him he could put some of his stuff in one of the units, some of the stuff they didn't want. He takes all this furniture he got and he stuffed it in a unit to the ceiling. You couldn't even close the door. I was driving around the facility just to see if anybody else there was loading up. And I saw this unit with all this furniture hanging out of it and the door wide open. I thought, I wonder what happened there. And I went up front and she said, yeah, that was Guapo. So now Max has to go back and they have to completely unload and restack the unit just to get the door closed.
Classic.
Oh, man.
But the funny thing is, it's like I'm thinking to myself, he's not even going to get. I mean, next time he shows up and buys a unit, they're just going to sell it to him. So it's like he can't get himself kicked out of these places anymore because he's Guapo.
You give him an inch, takes him out.
I was hoping he would be
like
here.
Out of Creek neighbors.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
So we're going back down there Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah. We're flying in Tuesday night.
This upcoming Tuesday.
Yep.
According to the schedule.
We're going to be fishing for shark, aren't we?
Yeah, Captain Don's going to take us out fishing for shark. And
not snipe, sharks.
A $700 charter. Captain Don calls me. He goes, man, I just feel so bad that I had to turn you guys back in. Now, I don't know if I told you the whole part of it. So he calls me up. He goes, man, I feel so bad. I couldn't take you guys out. And by the way, Captain Don did not charge us the $700 for shark fishing the first time because we didn't go fishing for shark. We went on a beautiful stroll. We went on a great boat ride in a beautiful area. Turned around, came back. We had a little seawater, so we got a little drink. But he called me back and he goes, you know, there's this kid I do some co-op stuff with farming, and he wants to start a YouTube channel. He goes, I feel really bad. I really want to take you guys out. He goes, I'll do it for free if you go out with this kid and you teach him everything you know about YouTube. I said, deal.
Cool.
Nice.
So there's going to be a 13 or 14-year-old kid out there with us fishing for shark, learning everything he possibly can about YouTube from us.
Nice. So is Guapo going on the shark fishing trip with us this time?
You know what? I've asked him, and actually I was on the phone with him for a couple hours today because I've been driving. We've been on the road probably a total of 7 hours today. So I asked him, and he's like, oh, man, you know me, man. He's like, I'll just book a plane ticket the same day, man. So that's the only answer I got.
Nice.
He says he's not sure.
And then Robbie and Z said that they want to come along as well, which last time they couldn't make it.
All right, that'd be nice. Well, we're flying in. Actually, we're taking the same flight we took down the last 2 times. I think, Rob, I'm going to, if it's okay with you, I'm just going to drive to your house. And if you know, I can just get dropped off at the airport with you and then picked up back to your house, and then I'll drive home from there.
That sounds good.
When we get back, that's all right with you.
That's fine.
That's if you guys make it back after we go shark fishing.
I guess I'm planning a little bit too far ahead.
I was kind of thinking that because, Conky, what happens if you pass out?
Into the water.
What happens if I catch the biggest fish?
Then you don't have to jump in the water. We have to jump in the water.
Then that's why I'm catching the biggest fish.
I'm feeling chummy.
I will bring a poster of a 6-foot-long fish and put it on a hook so I can say I caught the biggest fish, so I don't have to jump in if it comes down to that.
Hey, I'm kind of curious, all the viewers, and I can't see any chat. Can't see any chat whatsoever. But I'm kind of curious, all the viewers, what was their favorite moment from a week of Camp Hales? If they were to pinpoint one moment in everybody's videos, whatever it was, what was their favorite moment?
All right, you guys hear that? What is your favorite moment from Camp Hales? Now, I still have, I only put out one video. I still have another video I have to put out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been so busy. I haven't had, we got Andrea Myers says manatees. Nightmare Treasure says skydiving. Green to Red, skydiving for sure. A couple more manatees. Pam says manatees. Kendra says, so it's between the manatees and the skydiving so far.
Someone said ride the gator around the ranch.
Yeah, somebody.
Captain.
Come on, Lou. He said, Lou says Conky passing out.
Nice.
The diaper scene. At Robbie's getting eggs, but that wasn't Camp Hales getting eggs at Robbie's.
No, that wasn't Camp Hales. That was just Camp Stupidity. That was just Camp Danger.
Best part was Conky passing out.
Yeah,
Conky
it was.
and the moose. People like my moose interview.
A paintball battle. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, we could do that. We need paintball guns.
You know, we got the woods for it.
Yeah,
we definitely have the woods for it.
That would be hilarious.
What were your guys' thoughts when I said, hey, so just so everybody understands, none of these guys knew we were going swimming with manatee. None of them. Okay. This was a secret that I kept from them. Then that they thought we were going to the Devil's Den to go swimming, which thankfully we didn't start there because we didn't know that we actually needed reservations. So nothing would have started there. And then we were supposed to go jet skiing, and that really didn't work out either. And because the jet skis weren't registered in time. And so I had made these plans to go swimming with the manatee. All right, so walk me through it. You guys are in the truck, and then you find out. What were you thinking?
Well, first of all, if I can go first of all, I'm thinking, man, is it cramped here in the back of this truck? There were 4 of us. It was me, Rob, Guapo, and George, all in the back seat of that truck.
How bad did it stink?
You know what? After the skydive, I couldn't smell anything anyway because my head was so stuffed up. So thank God for that. But before that, it was bad. It was really bad. Nobody had any deodorant on except for me, and I don't know why I bothered.
We also didn't have showers for days.
There wasn't
why I was in the front seat now.
Hey, man, your truck, your rules.
Jeremy said, hey, we're going to get close on this trip, which I thought, bonding. No, he literally meant we're going to get close on this trip. I mean, George is sitting on my lap. I mean, I felt like Santa Claus half the trip.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But no, what were we thinking? Most of the time it was, where the hell are we going next? For the most part, I had no idea.
When he said about the manatees, you got to understand, anytime someone tells you something, you already have a preconceived notion of how the thing's going to go or what it's going to be like. And to be honest with you, it's completely different than I expected, because first we get on this boat and we go through a whole spiel. First, we had to watch manatee manners, which means, hey, don't touch the manatees. If the manatees take advantage of you, let the manatees take advantage of you. Let them have their way with you. So that kind of stuff.
I'll be the first to admit, I was molested by a manatee more than once.
Right. And it happens.
I'm not ashamed.
And you got to just let it happen. That's the way it goes. It's like don't ask, don't tell kind of thing. Just keep your hands back and let them do what they want to you.
Yep.
And so then we go in there, and the captain gives us this huge speech, talks all this stuff, tells us how the manatees are just hippies and all this other stuff, So we're all ready, and then I'm ready to go out, and we have to go way out there to see the manatees. He pulls up, and we drive about 20 feet, and then he's all right, everyone, there's the manatees. And we're like, literally, like, there's the dock. There's the place.
We thought we were going out in deep. We're going out to the ocean, to the Gulf.
Yeah,
20 feet.
20 feet. Boom. All right. So then we dock there, and then swim with the manatees was, it was different than I expected because, they were right there. They came right up to you, swimming right underneath you. Had no fear whatsoever. And just big sea cows. I guess that's the best way to describe it. They're probably friendlier and nicer than cows. So.
I had kind of like a weird experience with that part of it, because when I first got in the water, I wasn't used to the suit like lifting me up and flipping my face down into the water, and I couldn't take it. So I got out of the water for a little bit, and then I got back in, but I got back in without my camera. So what I just realized when I was editing that video is I did catch a manatee on my camera eventually, but what happened when I first went back in the water, and I was just swimming around trying to get used to the snorkeling part of it, and looking down, now the floor of the what do we call it, the bay or whatever we were in, it was only like 3 or 4 feet deep. So I'm sort of swimming around looking down, and I see this big shiny green object, and it turned out to be somebody else's camera. So I reach down my foot and I pick it up, and it's it's charged. I turned it on, it's filming. So I start filming with that because what the heck, I got it. And I actually caught some pretty good footage of a manatee on that. But I got back on the boat. I gave it to the captain. See, I found this over there. So he found out who that belonged to, and we were able to return that to the owner. But
and then Guapo lost his.
Huh?
And then Guapo lost his.
That was so funny. Guapo, Captain, stop kicking your feet.
Oh
that was
my
good.
gosh! Shut up! So you guys got to understand, because the captain gave us this whole thing. Don't kick your feet, don't splash, and don't yell. Yeah. No loud noises. Don't want to disturb the manatees. Guapo did everything in about 2 seconds. Yeah, everything that Guapo did in 2 seconds was start screaming, splashing.
So everybody needs to also understand, as soon as you tell Guapo not to do something, something snaps in his head. That's the first thing he does. So example, don't shine a light over there at the Indian reservation. They aren't governed by the same laws as us. They can shoot you and kill you, and your body will not be. So what's the very first thing that Guapo does? Shines a light over in the reservation, starts crossing over the borders into the reservation like an idiot. And then B-Dog slaps him up against the head.
I wish I had that video.
The worst part, it was what, like 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning when he did that?
Yeah.
It was early.
And they're not joking when they say that they could have shot him and killed him and not even been arrested. I mean, they would have thought twice about it. And it's not even against the law for that.
They're a sovereign area. They're sovereign. Yeah. Yep.
It's like you're in a foreign country.
And what does Guapo do? Exactly what he's not supposed to do. So anytime you tell Guapo don't do this, he makes sure he does it. And so he's kicking and screaming.
Oh,
classic.
Yeah, the funniest was when the captain didn't know Guapo's name. When he first gets in the water and he's swimming around kicking his feet, the captain, I'm back on the boat at that point. The captain's yelling at Guapo. He's going, dude. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how many times should I let him call him dude before I just tell him his name's Guapo?
Call him and dude. When I first met Guapo, I was calling him and dude instead of Andrew. I was like, and dude. And then he's like, I'm changing my name to Guapo.
Oh, is that what happened?
Oh, you caused it.
Guapo,
like, my name for here on out, El Guapo.
Guapo will be leaving.
What'd you guys think about the sheer size of the manatee?
Oh, they're huge.
That one was huge. The one was just gigantic. It must have been a dad or huge.
Well, I mean, the babies are huge, even. You know, the babies are what, 8 feet long?
Yeah, the baby's as big as you, yeah.
But
and that's a baby.
What's funny is I got back and I'm telling people, like, just a nonchalant conversation. Yeah, we went skydiving, then we went python hunting, and then what did we do after that? Oh, we went and played with alligators. You know, it was one Hales a week. I thought, well, while we're talking about Guapo not paying, well, no, it wasn't Guapo. It was George. Who was it that was hanging their hand over the fence for Ricky? And Ricky was
George.
Was that George? Yeah.
Yeah. Getting in trouble.
Yeah, I saw Robbie like, what?
Yeah, you don't see Robbie get upset very often, but Robbie was upset with George. Did the exact opposite of what he told him not to do. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that if you make the wrong mistake, you know, it's a bad mistake, and you know, you lose your hand or your arm real quick. Because you don't think a gator like
made a video, just like Guapo made a video. I risked it all for you guys on YouTube. I had to risk it all for you. I lost my hand, but there ain't no captain to get it back.
Captain!
And my phone was in my hand, so the phone's in the gator now.
Well, the thing is that you look at this crocodile and you're like, oh, that thing, you know, it can't jump that high. And it can jump twice as high as that fence. It's crazy how high that thing can jump. And you want to think it, and it can, like Robbie says, it grabs birds and rats out of the trees, man.
Ricky's pretty brutal.
And then we went into the alligator pen with Tebow and the other ones, and they were just like dogs. You know, they'd walk up and they'd open their mouth, and you just sort of bump them on the snout with a bucket, and they back off, and you know, completely different attitude. It's almost like you almost want to just go up and pet them, but you can't do that.
Well, with those ones you can. With any other in Florida, you can't. But as far as if they're in the wild in Florida, you can't. But those in captivity, I mean, that's the reality. And I think most people, they think of alligators and they go, "Oh my goodness, alligator is going to kill you. It's going to, rip you limb to limb to limb and death roll on you." Alligator is not going to do that. The only time an alligator is going to do that if it's defensive, if it's, if you're doing the wrong thing in the wrong place, alligator is going to defend, especially if it's the babies. But other than that, the alligators are very docile. They're going to 99.9999% of the time, they're going to run away from you. They're very, very, very docile. And you're not in their food group. But if you do the wrong thing at the wrong time, that 0.001%, I mean, they're going to take care of business. But crocodile, 100% of the time, just going to kill you.
Just because they're so much more aggressive.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, look at Lyle, the crocodile that Gatorland has. He's from the Nile. I mean, anything from that area, trust me, aggressive.
I've heard that.
Very aggressive. That whole
Nile is wild.
Nile River area, Egypt.
Oh, that's how it happens. Huh?
That's very aggressive.
Wow.
There's no denial of that.
No denial of that whatsoever. None whatsoever.
Funny. Well, Guapo's still not here.
You think he's out swimming with manatee?
I think he's probably trying to load up his units he bought because he bought a bunch of them.
How many did he get?
How many did you buy in Akron? 3 or 4?
6.
I think at least 3 in Akron. Well, here's what happened in Akron, okay? There was one unit comes up, and one of the things I look for when I buy a unit is there something in there that I wanted to buy myself anyway, okay? So one unit comes up and it's got a nice metal fire pit in it. So I was like, well, I want to get myself a fire pit anyway, so I'll buy this unit, and I'll, of course, there's other stuff in units, so I'll see if I can, sell that and get a free fire pit out of it. So I bid like 10 or 15 or $20, and next thing you know, Dave and Guapo are going after it. And it goes up to, I think it sells for like $90 or $95. But the whole time I'm sitting there by Dave saying, Dave, please buy this unit. I'll give you, 10 or 12, whatever you want for the fire pit, I'll give you. I don't want to deal with Guapo. I don't want to go to Guapo and say I want that fire pit. I don't want to deal with that. So he chased it up to like $80, and I think Guapo got it for like 90 or something. And it's like, oh, I want a fire pit that bad. No. And then another unit came up, and there was a nice one of these, a nice swivel desk chair in there. And I wanted that for my office upstairs. And Guapo gets them like, nah, I'm not going to deal with that. So he at least got
one too.
Oh, there goes the phone.
Captain, my phone!
I felt like I was skydiving again. That drop, I was like, whoa!
Captain! I don't have a tripod in here with me. It's literally.
Why can't I take my phone skydiving?
Yeah, why can't I take my phone? Oh.
Yeah, that would have been Andrew's phone skydiving. He would have been like, whoa. Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute, Hales.
Let me unmute him. There we go.
There you go.
Just got into the room in Miami 5 minutes before we went live. Just made it for AA.
You're in Miami.
Yeah.
I must have missed that part.
Python hunting, man.
Oh, awesome.
Part 2.
Woo!
I thought George had to experience it. I mean, if I had to go through it, George has to go through it.
Well, the good news is that you'll be going out in about a half hour from now, and you'll be out to like another 3-4 hours. Nice.
What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
That's
only gives you more time to edit. Jeremy the whole time just editing in the phone. We're out there walking around like idiots. He's like, yeah, I'll just keep editing. I'm not finding any snipe tonight. I know that already.
What are you staying at the same hotel we stayed at last time?
Oh no.
It was kind of funny because it was either in one of Guapo's. No, I think it was one of my videos. Somebody made the comment that Guapo was being loud and he was going to get us kicked out of the hotel. It was like, no, the owner of the hotel's standing right there. He's just as loud as we are. No, he's not going to get kicked out.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. So what I'm really doing is, you guys have all seen the movie Scarface, right? And probably everybody has seen Tiger King. And if you watch Tiger King, there's a gentleman in Tiger King named Mario. And Mario is who the movie Scarface was actually, it is his life that's depicted in the movie Scarface. Mario is the real Scarface. I'm going there tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yep.
To meet Mario?
Yep.
Wow.
That's what I'm doing.
How did you arrange that?
One word. Get swamped.
Robbie. He knows a lot of people. It was when I was standing there outside the hotel room talking to him last time when I was down there just before we went on our snipe hunt. Or was it? No, it was the next morning. I'm standing there talking to Robbie, and he's telling me about, you know who Sam Kinison is?
Yeah.
He's telling me about when the time Malika dropped Sam Kinison off at his place where he was living, and he was hanging out with Sam for a while, and about another time where he saw Sam Kinison and Robin Williams going at it. None of this was ever published or anything. As far as Sam and Robin Williams, just all this behind the scenes stuff with that whole scene out there, with the comedy scene and the rock scene, just. I could have sat there and listened to him talk about that for hours and hours and hours and not got bored. I think a lot of people don't know about that part of his life that I think is really interesting. And
now what you do is sit around for hours and hours and hours and listen to all of us guys behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And you get bored with it.
That's what AA is. Service Ross says, Conky asked Jeremy to let George say hello to everyone. Is she still even in the room? No? Okay.
You see the fear in his eyes?
I shouldn't have even brought it up. So you've had an exciting week, though, Jeremy. You found a skeleton on your property, and then you got kicked out of your own warehouse, so to speak. I mean, you're all right down there? Or?
There is so much going on. Obviously, I think everybody always says in all the live streams, like, Jeremy's exhausted. I am exhausted. I'm always exhausted. It's a good exhaustion. When you get tired from doing the things you love, that's a good tired. And so I'm exhausted now. But there is so much going on that it's hard to even keep up with the storylines. And you have to keep in mind, one video, you see 25 minutes in one video, that could be 2 months of filming. And so everybody goes, well, I want part two. I want part two. Well, part two doesn't exist yet. If you want part two, all you're getting is 30 seconds. And so there's storylines that are going to continue to work themselves out and be filmed. But, man, there's just so much going on. So much going on. I will share this with you, that the incident with the Worcester Police Department, Maryland is obviously the number one, what should we say? What would we call that person? Suspect?
I would say
should
suspect.
We call that sus? Maryland is the number one sus. Now, my lawyer messaged her lawyer and said, the stolen trailer and the stolen box truck are to be moved immediately, or to be returned immediately. And now remember, Worcester police are saying they're going to arrest Patience and Christian for trespassing, right? Well, her lawyer responds and says, if Jeremy comes and gets all of his stuff out of the building right now today, which they need, because she's selling the building. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently closing was yesterday. Well, guess what isn't closing?
Whoops.
Oops. Still in court. So I love it. Whoops. Oh, there we go again. I love it when viewers, like, we get this all the time. Viewers leave comment after comment after comment. You're an idiot. Why don't you just leave? I love it when a penny or a dime, I usually say a dime tries to tell a dollar how to be a dime. And there's a reason why they're in their situation in their life where they are. And there's a reason why I'm in where I am in the circumstances I am in. So you get people on our videos going, you're a jerk. You should just leave. You should have just eliminated yourself from all of this. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm keeping her accountable to the illegal activity that she's done. So you got Worcester police saying, if I come back on the property, I'm going to be arrested for trespassing. You got her lawyer saying, get on the property and get it all immediately. And then he says in the email, and there will be video of this, then he says in the email, then I will try and find where the trailer and the truck are. So they already know where the trailer and the truck are, and they are legally stolen. And the judge has already set a date for this. So my lawyer scurried with everything that was going on. So July 15th we'll be in court. Judge is going to make a ruling on it, on her contempt of court. And then she filed contempt of court on me as well for not leaving. I didn't break the court order. She broke the court order. She didn't follow the guidelines of the court order. Now, I can say that, but the reality is she can say I broke it. It's up to a judge to determine who's at fault. Do I believe that I'm 100% innocent? Absolutely. Do I believe she's guilty? Absolutely. And it's going to come down to the judge saying, and this is exactly what I think the judge is going to say. She's guilty, contempt of court. She did not follow the ruling. And therefore, that time allotment from what I was given from the very beginning, with the reasonable amount of time when all three of those things were done, that time allotment will expand, and she's not closing on the property. And there's a reason she's not closing on the properties, because I'm still there and I'm stalling it on purpose, and I'm trying to cost her as much money as I possibly can. And I'm going to sue her for as much money as I possibly can and make sure she doesn't do this to anybody else. Everything she has done along this line has been illegal. And so every viewer out there that leaves a comment and says, just get a U-Haul and get all that stuff out of there, you're a dime telling a dollar how to be a dime. And I have no desire to be a dime. I always want to be a dollar, and I want to be more than a dollar. And you're never going to see the big picture of everything. You're going to see what I put in a canned video and go, boom, here it is. This is what's important for you to know. And there's stuff you're never going to know about it, because that would be showing our side of what's going to happen in court. You're never going to know some of the things that are going along in this, because we're never going to show our cards in that regard. So, that's probably more than you guys even wanted to know, but there will be follow-up on everything going on. And there's already, I've got to fly back up July. Well, I'm going to fly back up earlier than that, but I got to fly back up to Ohio at a minimum July 15th, 9:30 in the morning. Anybody who wants to come to the courthouse and watch and view, you're more than welcome. 9:30 in the morning.
Cool.
Wayne County Courts, July 15th.
Well, what's funny is the cops are actually helping you by saying you can't go in the building.
Exactly.
I mean, that's
can't get everything out of the building.
Water's on, but I can't get in there, so we got to wait for the court to say we can get in there. Now we need another 30 days.
Yeah.
So that could put it to the middle of August. And who knows what she's going to do there to screw you up. I mean, it seems like if she would just stop being herself,
then it would already be done, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I know other people like that, especially on YouTube. that they're their own demise. They are their own demise and destroy themselves. And it'd be done if she wouldn't be who she is. It'd been done deal already.
Wow. Well, I wish you the best of luck in all that. I know what you're going for, and I hope you get it.
I would love to say it's fun. Honestly, it's not fun. It's stressful, but at some level, it is fun. I mean, a little bit of the stress, but
yeah,
it's a crazy week. So I decided to go meet the original Scarface and see if I can work a deal.
Nice.
Make sure you follow the storylines.
All right.
You guys do public storage runs, right?
Well, I went to the Akron one. Rob, did you go on the one day before yesterday, to the Cleveland area? How was that?
It was okay. There's a couple of decent looking units. The first location, Guapo bought the first 3 units. There's Sheffield. And then the one unit was that in Cleveland, whatever. I don't know. Dave and I had some, they said comic books in it, so I bought that. It was a bunch of graphic novels. That video will be coming out. And then there's another unit that we bought over there in Akron?
Yeah, you and Dave bought it.
Yeah. And people are like, why are you buying these units with Dave? The only reason I'm buying them is because, one, I don't want furniture and all this other stuff, and I want to videotape the units. I want to go through the units, and then I can take anything that I want and put it into the auction. So it works out well for me, and you guys all been to my warehouse. Not only, I'm packed with stuff, and then I got so much good stuff coming in. Unbelievable. I was at a house today. I got to go pick it up tomorrow. That video will be coming out this week too, but just so much cool stuff at this house, guys. But the worst thing is they told me they threw out 4 dumpsters worth of stuff. 4 10 by 40-yard dumpsters, guys. 4 of them packed full of stuff. And I'm just looking around at all the stuff in the house, and I'm like, I hate to know what they threw out. And they're like, man, now if just talking to you, we probably threw out a lot of stuff worth money. And I'm like, yeah, you probably threw out some of the best stuff, because this guy, a little bit about the guy that he had this house. He passed away. Very simple house. The guy he probably lived there for 40 years, never did anything to it. Just lived there by himself. No family, no kids, no wife. The guy ends up inheriting the contents of his house as his financial advisor. Okay. He got the contents of his house. The house and all of his money went to charity. Okay. Just take a quick guess how much money this guy gave to charity. It's just a simple house in Cleveland, a regular 1930s, 40s house. And
$1.5 million.
More.
$2 million.
More.
$3 million.
More.
$5 million.
You're really close. $4.5 million he gave the charity. No family whatsoever. And the guy said, the financial advisor said he found stuff in the house. He was trying to locate some kind of family members. He was going through like genealogy and all that kind of stuff. No family members whatsoever, but gave all of his money and his house to charity. A lot of the money went to the APL and some other charities. But just that's, like I was trying to explain that to my one guy at work today. He's like, oh, this guy has, he's got all this money. I said, that guy has no money. He's driving some fancy car, some fancy house. This guy lived in the most simple house you could ever imagine. He has $4.5 million in the bank that he donated. If you met the guy, I never met the guy, but just by going into the house and seeing where he lived, and you never know the guy had $4.5 million. And that's how most people that have money are. You won't know they have money. That's why I try to explain to my workers that, all these guys you think, oh, they got this big fancy car. They got no money.
And I think that's the biggest thing. The biggest misconception is, look at the house they live in. Look at the car they drive. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And that's that mentality of look at me, look at me, look at me. And they don't have a lot of money. They have a lot of debt. They're part of the 95% of Americans who live paycheck to paycheck. So what they did is their paycheck By the way, doctors and lawyers, everybody thinks doctors and lawyers have the most money. And as a full-time fundraiser for a nonprofit, before, doing YouTube and all of that, doctors and lawyers have the most amount of debt in the world. The multimillionaires are in small business owners. The guys who wear overalls, the guys who wear shredded up hoodies, the guys who wear tore up jeans, those are your multimillionaires. The small business owners are where the money's at. And that's why the encouragement is always there. Fun employment. Your own small business, you can grow it and grow it and grow it. And you can invest. And I think Guapo would tell you invest in Dogecoin, but
I don't think he'll do that now.
I think Guapo he would have said, listen to Robert. He goes, Rob, he calls me up. He goes, Rob, why didn't I listen to you, Robert? I said, I just told you. The only thing I told him to do was at least sell half of it. But what I told him originally, I said, why don't you sell it all and go buy some land in Florida at the time? He showed me how much money he had in Dogecoin. I said, Guapo.
I told him the exact same thing.
And go buy land in Florida. You want to move to Florida. You want to go live by Jeremy. The amount of Dogecoin you had, you could have bought a nice little piece of property over by the Hales. But hey, everyone lives and learn in life. And we, if we were all geniuses, Jeremy's made mistakes. I made mistakes. Conky's made mistakes. None of us are 100%, and we all made mistakes. It's just if somebody else tells you sometimes, listen to other people because they might have already been there, done that, and you can learn from other people, their experiences. So that's what I was trying to tell Guapo. It never hurts. You can never lose money taking a profit. You can never lose money. Take that profit sometimes, and maybe you lose out on some of the profit, but at least you got your profit. You got that money in your hand. And everyone always, hey, Rob, I made all this money today in the stock market. I made all this money on Bitcoin. I made this money. Did you sell it? You didn't make no money. Just like a piece of property. Oh, my property, my house is up. It's up to $300,000 now. Did you sell your house? Well, no. So tomorrow it could be down $100,000. So there's no guarantee. Just like the stock or anything in life, anything gold. I got all this gold. Well, tomorrow gold could drop $1,000 an ounce. Not saying it will happen, but it's possible.
Well, here's the story about gold, okay? 2,000 years ago, a 1-ounce gold coin would buy you a fine toga, a belt, and a pair of moccasins or sandals. Okay.
Whoa!
Today,
oh my gosh! No way!
I know that guy.
No way!
Today,
I need Hoops' address. Hoops, if you're in the chat, I need your address. Love you.
Where it is.
Yeah. Oh! What the hell has a white background today? What's going on? What is that? A green screen?
something like that.
It's a white screen for Miami.
Oh my gosh. No way. And then Conky's over there. You got the I see you got your drywall.
Yeah, something like that. That's paint. No, I got
me and Robert, the only two regular backgrounds. Everybody's got different backgrounds.
It's funny because my brother asked me about this because my oldest brother owns a comic book store. For those people that don't know that, and baseball card store. So he gave this to me. He goes, "What'd you ever do with that Joker?" I said, "Dude, that Joker's famous now, man. World famous."
Yeah, man.
I said, "So famous that look at it now. He's got the Joker over there."
Yeah, the minute I seen it, I think the first episode, I went and I clicked the new tab and I just started surfing the web for one, and I got one and purchased one, and it's been here ever since. And it's like he's like my son, you know.
I understand.
Bria know about that?
Yeah, I mean, no, she doesn't. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter anymore because George, but.
George and Sangria were sleeping in the same bed. That is true.
Yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. My whole head is lost when I get over there. I don't really know. The bed's not gonna feel the same because we all know Conky wets the bed, and he He went and took my bed, man. So
He only wants to be passes out.
We all know he passed out. So
I did not pass out.
So if he passed out and was still had the, you know, kind of like the jet lag of having that full flight, and then we leave and I leave that day and he sits in my bed, bro, I want to be in Legend P, not in Conky adventure. No, I don't want an adventurous kind of like ride in my bed. I want pineapple scented hard work.
I will make sure that I eat plenty of pineapple before I piss in your bed, okay?
I heard it was so crazy in your bed with sangria that Conky passed out.
I remember Conky being on the floor and I'm running up to him and Conky goes, Guapo, we made it. And I'm like, Bob! I'm shaking Conky. I'm shaking Conky. We made it. You're on the floor. He's like, I'm on the floor. I am.
I'm on the ground.
And you're on the ground on the floor, just like a Frankenstein just rose out the tent, dude. You kind of just get up.
I don't think anybody caught that. Did anybody catch on film me laying back on my back on the ground staring up at the sky?
Okay.
Well, because none of us were allowed to have our cameras.
We don't have that on film. We don't have us carrying you off. There's George and me
carrying you off either.
I think I get you landing, but I cuts off. I get the guy that my instructor got me running after Sean because Sean was the second one to land. And then that's it. I think he cuts it. So
that was some of the best footage.
Yeah. But Sean, I'm pretty sure I got it in the last episode too. I'm like, I get up and then Sean goes, "We did it, Guapo, we did it. We made it." And I get up and I'm like, yeah. So I got that on footage. I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of wish our guys would have just kept filming, huh?
Yeah, right.
Like, hey, we're YouTubers. We need as much content as possible. Just don't stop.
There goes Sean. Sean said Guapo and I both went to Conky as he was passed out on the ground.
There you go.
Confirmed.
What I remember was they unhooked me and I just laid back on my back.
Yeah, I know, but that was after we woke you up.
No, I never passed out. But I laid back on my back, and I remember you guys coming over to see me and then running away. And my instructor was saying, "Hey, you gonna come and get your friend here? He's laying on the ground." So that's when he came back and picked me up and kind of carried me off. I know Rob. Rob was on like this side holding me up.
I was on the other side, and bro,
you were on the other side. Okay,
you're sitting there and like you're taking a picture. Dude, you're like beat up. You're like, you got up and you're just like, oh. And then you take the video and you should see the picture. Hold on, guys. You guys should see the pictures. Conky's just like he's just like still like in a daze that he still did that. Oh, that's funny, man.
Someone asked me today, they go, did Conky ever get checked out? I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, oh man, I thought he'd get checked out. He didn't look good after that. And I said, yeah, he didn't look good.
Look. Oh, this is funny, man.
That's the best Conky ever looked.
Oh, hang on, I'll full screen.
Right there, dude. Right there. You barely
looking good.
He was barely up.
Look at Sean and Jeremy. They're so happy and everything. And Conky's like, Frankenstein face.
He's barely up.
Look.
Me on the sideline, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah. There was.
Look at Conky's face in the middle, though, guys. It's just like he's just like, yeah.
We're still holding him up, aren't we? Aren't we still holding him up? Like, out?
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember Rob had to I was leaning on Rob all the way. We were trying to get cold water to splash on my face, but there was no cold water in the bathroom.
Not in Florida.
Dude, I'm in the air and I'm wigging out, dude, because I keep on dapping up Rob and everything. I look back at Jeremy and we keep on making it. And then about 15 minutes into the ride, I look back at Jeremy and Jeremy's instructor's just sitting there sleeping behind him, just knocked out. I'm going crazy at this point. I'm just like, look, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna go with it.
Jeremy's instructor sleeping.
We got my instructor behind me is just making fun of me the whole time. He said, if you don't listen to me, we die. And he goes like, listen. And he goes, if you don't listen to me, we die. And he's pulling down, and I'm just like getting up to him.
Dude, they strap you so close to them.
Yeah.
He's like banana. You know, so he's Portuguese. He's like banana. I'm like, dude, I am banana into your banana. I don't think there's any more banana that can be done right now.
Yeah,
and he's tightening it. I'm like, dude, enough with the banana. I'd rather die at this point.
Yeah, dude. I'd rather die, dude. Just, no. Just,
no banana. No banana. Banana no good.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, it's so funny.
I can't repeat here what mine told me, so I'll maybe tell you guys later. But he says, no, I'm not going to say it. Banana.
He was like, don't do anything wrong. If you don't listen to me, we die. And that's he straight up said it just like that, and I'm just like, oh, here we go, dude. Like.
I was trying to get my hair to do that.
When he taps you, you're supposed to go like this, right?
Yeah, I forgot.
Dude, he hit me like 5 times in my video, dude.
Andre kept hitting me too. He's like, dude, come on. And then he takes my arm out. And then I remember thinking, he told me to put my legs in between his legs. I have no idea where my legs are. I remember thinking, I can't even feel my legs. I don't know where my legs are.
Yeah.
I don't know where. Who cares at this point?
He kept pulling my legs back, banana style. And then after the chute goes off and we're dangling there, he's okay. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to lift your legs up and put them straight out. And after that, I'm like, trying to lift up my legs. He said,
I had no choice. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he took his legs and arms and did it for me, dude. And I'm just like this. And my cheeks are going back like this. I got my teeth poking out. I'm just like,
yeah.
He's like, Captain Pilot, he put a banana in me, Pilot.
I dropped my phone.
But I'll tell you what, man. Me and that diaper slid in perfect landing. The diaper took most of the hit, though.
The diaper was a good call.
That the diapers were going to actually be more than a joke. They were going to be practical.
Yeah.
I got no grass stain on my shorts, and it softened the landing, and it went, and it's like slid. You know, it was like sliding in the home plate. It was like.
Plus, I cracked myself.
Right.
It was wet too.
Yeah, and it was super absorbent.
Yeah, it was super duper funny.
That's why I saved the rest of them for shark fishing.
Nice.
Do you? Are we really?
I already got them.
Okay,
all right.
I got all of the packages out, but the swords. So, yeah.
Nice. Good job.
Got to get the swords out still. So Debbie and Robert still need the swords. Still searching for Hoops' address. And I don't know. I'm kind of taking on shipping solo, guys. So I'm proud.
Anything you guys want me to tell Scarface tomorrow?
I don't know.
Again, I'm going to the original, the real Scarface's tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to Mario's.
I'm going to Mario's tomorrow. That's gonna be sick.
This is the real Scarface, who the movie is made after, his life. The real guy here in Florida. I'll be at Mario's tomorrow.
Make sure you get a nice picture for me. Go like this. take a picture with him and go like this, and then I'll Photoshop myself in there.
That's a good idea. You want me? You guys got any jobs you want me to talk to him about, or?
Yeah, you know what? Sangria.
Public storage?
Sangria. That's it. She made that move, and it's crab traps for her, man. I'm done.
Hey, I got this guy. He always shows up late for AA, man. You think he can maybe take care of that for me?
At least gonna be on time.
You gotta write Guapo on a pack of matches.
Crab traps, baby.
You're gonna put Jeremy's gonna get an envelope Priority Express overnighted, and it's just gonna be a packet of matches. And Rob's gonna write Guapo, Guapo, on the matches. He'll pull them out like.
What I want you to do is I need you to hand him $200 for me, and say this is for when we need to find Guapo's phone.
300 get you anything.
Ooh, yeah. Nice. Give him $300. Say, hey, when we need to find Guapo's phone, we're gonna call you.
Yeah, take advantage of the $300 special. Maybe get one of his tigers or something like that to go and find my phone or something. We gotta get a tiger to do an assassination. Just
are you gonna go on a tiger or shark hunt with us?
Yeah, walk your tiger to the target and just let your tiger go on him.
Dude, Guapo, you going shark fishing or not?
Oh, what time is it?
Oh my god.
What time is it?
Don't you think you should ask what day it is first?
Were we not on the phone for 2 hours today talking about it already?
No, because when we were on the phone today, I was doing shipping, bro. And I was taking out these addresses, man. I'm gonna get like a database of all the subs that buy from me and just have like addresses just already there.
That'd be a good
and
idea.
Then there won't be like an issue. That might be like some serious membership incentive too. I was thinking about that this morning. I was like, man, dude, memberships might be useful if I could have like if there is a list, obviously, and there has to be, of members on the channel, and it has their information next to it, which I should look into that. And I can't ask you, Jeremy, because you don't do memberships for your channel. So
no, I don't ever foresee doing memberships on the channel.
Yeah, we talked about it. We just concluded that it was more work for you, huh?
Yeah, it's more work. So with membership, you want to give them an added incentive. And so it's more work, and I don't have time for more work. Right. And then also, I think it's just too confusing to the majority of viewers. So you've got an elderly populace base and viewership, and they already don't understand, well, if I subscribe, do I have to pay? And so now you start talking about memberships that are paying. I just think that's, for us where we're at, I think that's a bad idea. Confuse too many people. And so we just go, forget it. We're not going to do a membership.
Right.
I don't foresee ever doing a membership, but that's why. If any of the viewers ever wondered, the super fans go, why don't you do memberships? Because we can't add on any more obligations for incentives of being a member, and we don't want to confuse viewers as it is.
And it all comes down to like the work and what you feel would be fair, and then just almost like for sake of like not being misleading in a sense, because like you said, like it's already like hard to it's a hard concept to grasp for somebody that's not tech savvy, that subscribing is free. Because technically when you subscribe to magazines and you subscribe to anything, it's at least like $14.99. They're thinking $5.99. So when you said that, I definitely it marinated for me, and I just never brought it up again. But I see other channels, sometimes they do memberships for auction registration. I see other channels that do memberships for video incentive, just some private videos every week. And it's been something I've been talking about for a while now. So if I get it down packed, I'm definitely going to do it, because I'm going to also do maybe for an example, like my rap t-shirt video, instead of me unlisting that would be a membership only video.
Well, I think for some channels it works well, and it just, for what the Hales and where we're at, it just
you guys are big, man. You guys are big. There's a lot of people
we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. So anyway, that would be awesome if they had addresses and information. If it was a big database, that would be way more helpful. So I don't have to go through emails or I don't have to, do the search bar and see where everybody's address is. That definitely, we were on the phone today for a couple hours, dude. Like that definitely took the majority of the time. Or maybe it took unnecessary time, so I'm starting to see all this though, because, shipping wasn't my job. Forte. Well, I shipped a lot, before YouTube, but it wasn't like my designated thing. Like this round, subscribers, you guys are gonna notice there's gonna be no note because we were just pushing them out today. So next week will be a note. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Everything's wrapped in vintage t-shirts. Right, Guapo?
Well,
you wrap everything in vintage t-shirts?
Yeah, I wrapped. Yeah, that'll be my note. Just everybody get a Garfield shirt or something.
You're like, I got this shirt. My packet, everything, it wasn't broken.
Yeah, it's funny. We're trying to die. I mean, honestly, I'm real low on inventory in terms of merch. So my next wave of merch,
storage units.
No merch, channel merch.
Oh, okay.
So
I got
next wave, dude, it's nothing.
At my place,
dude. I'm talking 4X, 3X, 2X, and 1X, and maybe 20 smalls, 30.
Dude, I've already 20. Told you, don't order any smalls.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Well, you know me. I mean, I didn't have my big Olight at the time, dude. So I bought my mediums and my smalls, dude.
Don't buy any mediums. Don't buy any smalls. Don't buy any large, extra large. Bigger is better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do 2X's, 3X's, 4X's. Might do a few 5s, but yeah, dude, we're not playing that game. Not this round, man. I'm tired of subscribers asking me for these sizes, and I feel bad. I feel so silly. Like I've been feeling silly for about 6 to 8 months. I forgot how long ago we got these, but I was like, man, dude, gosh, man, Guapo, are you silly or are you dumb? I'm just playing.
Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's saying anything.
I'm contemplating. I'm trying to think of the correct response.
Let me see. How many mediums and smalls did you order? At least 100 each. You're both. You're both.
So I went to the Akron Public Storage today to finish cleaning out my unit, Guapo.
Oh, you got a unit?
Well, no, it was from last month. I finished cleaning it out. Yeah. And I was driving around the facility just to see if anybody else
knew that. Because I left a desk. I left 2 benches.
They know.
A computer chair. Dude, those are all things that could be sold. I gave them away. I did. No, I did. The people somebody took advantage of the deal, dude. I was just like, here's $250. I don't want it. They said, okay.
Did you happen to stuff it in the storage unit so they could close the door?
Huh? No. No, not that one. No, this was the one with the painting. What, Conky? You could see, you seen something and they were like, what?
Sorry.
Conky got there like, man, this guy.
So I'm driving around. I get done with my unit, and there was a bench.
Oh, wasn't me, Conky.
It wasn't me. I say it wasn't me.
All right. So I get done cleaning out my unit, and there was a big bench I couldn't fit in my car, and I couldn't sweep because I didn't have a broom. So I jump in a car, and I'm driving around the facility just to see if anybody else that I knew there was loading up. Nobody was there. But I drive by this one unit that the door's wide open up, and all this crap is hanging out of. There's no possible way in Hales you were going to close that door. So I drive up to the front, open again. I pull the car.
I would tell you guys.
And I go in, and I say, and we paid for the unit. We paid for a month rent on the unit.
I could see Conky just coming up to the unit.
No, I didn't go up. I didn't want it to fall out on me. I didn't want it to damage my car. So I go in the front door, and I forget the name of the girl there, but
Vanessa. Trust me, it's not Brittany.
Vanessa.
So I go in the front door, and I say, look, I took everything out of my unit I could. I says, I can come back next week and grab the bench and sweep it, or if you'll let me just leave it, you can have the unit back right now, and I'll put it in the dumpster or whatever you want me to do. She goes, well, no, let's do. She suggested I did something else with the bench, so we got it out of there. She says, don't worry about sweeping it, So I meet her back there, and I grab this bench. We're going to put it somewhere else. And I asked her, I said, did you ever get your paintings off of Guapo that you wanted? She goes, yeah, but guy. She goes, you should see what he did to this unit back there. She starts telling me about this unit that's stuffed to the ceiling and all the way out the door. She says, yeah, I drove by that. Well, that was Guapo? She goes, yeah, that was Guapo did that. So now we got to call Max. He's got to come in so we can restack the unit.
That wasn't me. It wasn't me. She just called you out. Wow.
Conky goes, I didn't want to mess with it. I didn't want it to damage my car.
And then the funny part was,
it's just gonna be a plummet of shit, dude. Just like I didn't want to scratch and damage my car. Like, oh, that's funny, man.
Thank you, Luis Carl.
What is it? She's not mad. She's texting me right now.
No, she's not mad. But what was funny was,
yeah, they had to do their man. Hey, those paintings were worth $1,000,000. So,
as I was leaving, we were talking about how you show up at the auction. She goes, yeah, Guapo shows up late as usual. I said, do you watch our AA? She goes, what?
No, really? She didn't know. Yeah, she has no idea.
Those are exact words.
Guapo shows up as late
as usual.
It's funny, man. I'll tell people that I don't intend on being late, and they won't believe me. And it's
today
fine.
Was only 45 minutes late too.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, I don't know what happened today, man.
You lost your phone.
Lost my phone. And I wish I would have knew you were going back, Conky, because I would have gave you all of this stuff that I left in this one unit that I would very well have came back for. I just didn't want to come back for it. It was real. Everything in there was worth money. It was no garbage. I put it all in the unit.
Here's the thing. When you were bidding on that unit against Dave, both of them actually, there was one thing in each one of the units that you won against Dave that I wanted. I wanted the fire pit and the chair, and the desk chair.
He left those.
The desk chair was there, dude.
And it probably stuffed all the way in the back.
No, it had its own unit because I gave the unit to Vanessa. Vanessa's gonna sell all of that stuff. That was probably like a $300-400 set right there. I think maybe I would have listed it for $2 and took whatever. But I didn't want to drive out to Akron again, dude. So I was like, whatever, you could have it. Plus, it's Vanessa. She's a single mother. This is exactly what I told her. I said I was raised on a single mother. So if I can help your financial situation in any way, and it's incentive for me not to come back, I'm down to do it, And she said, are you sure you paid all this money? Are you sure? And I'm like, well, is there a card collection or a coin collection in there? There's no longer. I know that there's no collectibles. It's on to the next unit. You're a single mother. You could list it online. I don't have to come back. Everybody wins right now. If not, I would have came back and sold that stuff, man, because it was a big, you guys are going to watch it in the episode. It was a big, nice, like glass, like a glass setup, like a glass, computer table. And then there was the computer chair. Then there was a bench. Then there was, like 2 end tables that were real nice. And
thank you, Teresa, for the $2.
It's not anything I want to sell right now, especially if I keep on going back and forth to Florida all the time.
Well, we're going back next Tuesday night. We're flying out. I mean,
yeah. Why do I need 4 end tables in my backyard while I'm in Florida?
Without blaming Guapo.
Yeah. There you go. Deshaun Goodman wants to talk about Dogecoin, and I don't want to talk about it.
How much money did you make on that?
Not enough. How much money did I lose on that?
Talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Panicked, and I did the exact opposite, guys. Don't do what I did. Hold your Dogecoin. Do not sell. Never sell unless you absolutely need to sell.
That's not the
early.
Don't sell. Buy
was,
low, sell high. That's the concept of crypto or any stock. And you don't make money until you sell. But when you have like Sean says, diamond hands, dude, and you know the stock is gonna go up, unless you're in a financial bind, then you don't need to sell that stock. It's gonna go up. So I got uncles that are like, they seen how good I was doing on it. They bought in at a higher rate and they're like flipping out right now because their money's it's not what they put in it, and I'm like, don't sell. Like, you remember, you only make money when you sell and you only lose money when you sell. So, don't sell, wait for it to go higher.
Two things that kill you in the market thinking short term is fear and greed.
Yeah,
I'm investing my money in melons, buddy. All my money's in melons right now. I'm just telling everybody, you heard it here first. The melon market.
I have my money invested. Melons and muffins. I diversified. Melons and muffins.
Yeah,
good idea.
We decided to invest in muffins the other day as well, guys.
Are those $2 melons or $3 melons?
No.
Even more than that, trust me.
$300 melon.
Funky just invested in pineapples. Thank you for the £2 super chat.
Yep. Shout out to Funky Fluffy. He got storage legends tattooed on his back.
That's 2 pounds of pineapples.
$300. Get you anything.
True.
That means a share of the stock.
You probably get a storage legend tattoo for $300, I bet.
No.
No? How much is a storage legend?
Yeah, you need legend blood. It has to run through you.
Don't forget, people, I am putting that. I got the Second Sense marketing campaign. So if you want to get on board, $100 a year, you get Second Sense tattoo to your forehead.
Storage legends.
I will pay $100 a year.
Yeah, you did say that. That's funny.
It's out there for everybody. I won't just give that to a few.
That's so funny,
everybody. Dude. I'm right there on your forehead.
Okay. So Rob will pay you $100 per year for life.
The rest of your life, or my life,
for the rest of your life. So let's do the math here. So I'm 26, and if I live to about 100, let's just say I live to
120.
So I'm not. So if I live to, we're just gonna do 100. If I live to 100. And I don't know if I want to live to
that would be $7,400.
And times that by 20.
No, wait.
I'm not good at math, but
so I'm gonna get $1,480 to tattoo Second Sense on my neck.
You're gonna get $7,400.
Wait, he said $100. Okay, right. So $7,400 you're gonna pay me.
Right, but you invest that money into Dogecoin. When you invest in the Dogecoin, think of how much that return's going to be, baby.
I heard that.
That Second Sense putting people to financial freedom.
You're like the guy off the cooking show. They're like, you tattoo your name and bam. You get $400 every 4 years.
That's guaranteed money.
No, yeah, all the legends. I need like storage legends right there.
Funky's ready to get the Second Sense tattoo.
Funky, don't do it. If you put a Second Sense tattoo on you, you're no longer special, Funky. Don't do that. This guy Funky's gonna get all 3 channels tattooed on his back, man.
I'm just
I want to want the Hales, the whole circle on his nipple. Right nipple.
Rob's frozen.
You guys don't realize this about Funky. He'll do it.
No,
he will do it. He's that crazy.
He would. But hey,
if you do it, he must be crazy.
I don't know, man. Funky, it's up to you. Balls in your court, man. But if you do it, that means that you're You could be everybody's favorite.
Don't be a hater, man.
Jeez. Because then he goes from the legend to now the. No, I'm not gonna. You do like a full thing around the storage legends.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be too much, man. I'd only get a tat in an area that I could cover if I wanted to. Yeah, that's where Funky's is. It's right on his back shoulder. So that's funny, man.
The Band-Aid over when he takes his shirt off.
That's funny. To sponsor a tattoo on somebody. Should I double it? I'll double it every year for your life. $200.
For a second Santa tattoo? Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
For a Storage Legends tattoo.
No. I read that one, Rosie.
Thank you, Rosie.
Huge lock right there. Oh yeah, Rosie, I got your package out today too. So be ready, Freddie.
I hope you weren't distracted talking to Jeremy because he ships the stuff to the wrong people.
Yeah. Oh my God. I almost did, man. There was 2 Debbies.
He did that when he was talking. He's like, oh man, I screwed this up.
Yeah, man.
I could see it happening. The person's like, wow, I got
look, regular guy barbecue's gonna get the tat. Regular guy barbecue's gonna get the Legends tattoo.
I think he's talking about the second sense tat, I believe was what he was referring to.
He's gonna get the Legend tattoo, and then we're gonna have
Legends.
We're gonna have we're already an army, I feel like. We're a small army.
Army of one.
We're the army of legends. The army of legends.
Yeah, that's all there is to it.
That's
Is it almost time for python hunting, Mr. Hales?
Almost time for what?
Python hunting, isn't it?
Dude, it's past time for python hunting. George is already gone. She's out hunting python.
Is George already gone?
Yeah, well, I think she texted me a couple times. I think she found some beer bottles, but yep, python hunting tonight, baby.
Yeah, some beer bottles and some tires.
And some iPhones.
And some false alarms.
And some what is it? What were you guys drinking?
And some
White Claws.
White Claws.
Yeah. Nothing says python hunt like White Claw. That's what I know.
I'm sitting there and a White Claw comes out of nowhere. I've never even had one in my life, dude. I'm just like,
right. Guys, let me explain this real quick. My wife's like, so what did you guys do tonight? I said, listen, we drove around the Everglades for 4 hours in the back of a pickup truck, shining flashlights at the edge of the water, and the guys are drinking White Claws. She goes, that's a girl's drink.
Man, I had one White Claw. What the heck is?
I'm just telling you, this is what my wife, okay, my 100-pound little wife there that digs these huge holes. She just said, White Claw, really? That's a girl's drink. I'm just saying, she's thinking all these big macho guys out there python hunting. Little as you know, they're over there.
We all got White Claws in our
hands. White Claw over here. I got my flashlight. Oh, look at over there. I think I see a beer bottle. No, it's just a White Claw can. Ooh.
With the pinky up. Bro, we all got pinkies up. That's funny. No, that's a funny one. Yep. Look, this is the exclusive right here and on AA right here. This is the next episode. Look.
What do you think here, Rob? I think we're at the middle of the Everglades trying to find a snake. Trying to find a needle in a haystack.
So this is that's mid python hunting. He kind of laid it out to us at that point because it's very true. It's like trying to find a needle in the haystack, guys. We were literally, I wanted to see a snake on camera. And I've never been python hunting, but I do go fishing. And I understand it's not all fun and games fishing. There's a lot of downtime. There's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of patience involved when fishing accurate, when you want to do it right, you know? So I'm sitting there and I got my spotlight, dude. I'm at the end. And dude, I'm talking for 2.5 hours. I was sharp. My eyes were just dude. And then come to the third hour, I'm like, dude, what am I doing, dude? I'm just sitting here looking at the floor like this is, dude, I got like so much clips that I'm just gonna go delete because it's just nothing but just the floor, dude. Like, so.
Well, how weird is it that we were hunting for something that was supposed to look like a beer bottle in the flashlight, and there were so many beer bottles out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, dude.
We found so many beer bottles.
It's funny.
The place was full of beer bottles.
We should have been collecting the beer.
Former python hunters.
Oh man, this is so funny, guys, because it's like around like 3-4 o'clock, the people that were in the hatchback were officially in the back seat with me, not even looking anymore, dude. They all just are like this. They're like this.
Conky's passed out in the back of our truck.
Right at me, and there's 2 grown men just asleep, dude. And I'm just like, man, I'm the only one looking now, dude. Like,
I will cop to passing out in the back of the pickup truck while we were python hunting.
Yeah,
that's what everybody meant by Conky passed out.
He did pass out. I have a video evidence of that.
Who wouldn't? It's like 4 in the morning. it's like 4:30 in the morning, dude.
Well,
and I'm like, we stop. I'm dead asleep. We stop. I get up and get out, just like out of a sleepwalk, kind of. And like
we woke up that morning, drove, went up in an airplane and jumped back out, drove some more, and then went python hunting until the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like
then we went back to the hotel, and then Robbie's like, "Hey, let's go find these lizards." Okay, it's like 4 in the morning.
Dude, like, no, it's like 5 in the morning, dude. It's like 5 in the morning. And Robbie's on the phone with Jeremy, and he's like, "Wait a minute, you're not going?" And he's like, hold on. He's like, Guapo's gonna go. Who else is going? And I'm by him at that time, and I'm like, Guapo's gonna take a shower and go to bed. No. He goes,
and I said, "Have fun with Guapo."
Yeah. He's like, Guapo, you're not going? He's like, I can't believe this shit. What's going on? Like, and it's like 5 in the morning, and Robbie wants to go wherever he wants to go on foot.
But this is Robbie. Okay, I love the guy. Thank you for the super sticker, Casey. Appreciate it.
That's funny, dude. That's funny. He said Guapo's going for sure, dude. I got Guapo, but who else is going? And I'm just like, Robbie.
So it's me, Robbie, Rob, and George, and we walk over to the golf course.
Wait, tell him. So he convinced Conky and Rob and George to go. I'm the only one. Me and Jeremy are the only 2 that stayed back. Okay, go, Conky.
All right. So we're going over there to find iguana in the tree.
An iguana, guys. That's what they're hunting.
We're over there. We're shining the flashlight in the trees, and the first thing we see, we're not there for a minute. Oh, there's one. There's one right there. No, it's a golf ball. How they got a golf ball to stick where it's stuck in the tree up there, I don't know. But it
was neon green golf ball.
So what we wound up seeing was 2 little chameleons and a frog. Is all we found. So
and then I get back to the hotel room, and Guapo's in the bed. He already took a shower. He's just laying there. And I go, that was a waste of time. And what'd you say, Guapo?
I was like, dude, I told you.
I knew that before you even left.
Yeah, I was like, check out this huge roach in the freaking bathroom. I got this roach like paralyzed on his back, just can't go anywhere, wiggling his feet for you, just so you could see him in live action in natural habitat. And I got that on video too, guys. So you guys be ready for that, okay? I'm like, dude, tell me something I don't know. Go check out this huge roach in the bathroom that I got in paralyzed mode.
It was bigger than the lizard we caught.
Dude, that thing was like this big.
Guys, I got to get off. My phone's overheating because I've had to charge and be on at the same time. So you guys are on your own. I'm out.
All right.
Later, dude.
Say hello to my little friend.
Wow, dude, I feel lost without Jeremy here. What do we do? I don't really know what to do with my hands, guys, so I'm gonna just do this.
I'm gonna go like this until I get tapped on the shoulder.
I gotta do something with my hands.
I'm gonna go like this.
I'm just gonna do this. This way I'm busy.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to do with my hands while I'm interviewing.
Pat yourself in the head like this. It feels good. Oh yeah, nice. Now I know why my dog likes it so much.
I'll just hold them up like this for you guys. you guys, you see that movie or no? That's from a movie. That's from Will Ferrell's Talladega Nights. When he's getting interviewed and he's like, I'm not sure what to do with my hands. As he's getting interviewed. Oh, it's funny.
I think it was years since I've seen that.
Yeah, it's funny.
You know, people like my interview with the moose, and when I was showing it to some of my friends, they're like, "Who's that guy talking in the background?" I said, "Well, that's Guapo." And then you had some moments with the moose too, didn't you, on your channel?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I had to let him know what was going on. Actually,
I mean,
he was being very rude. Yeah, he was being very rude. That's probably the last time I'm going to do a collaboration with him because it's probably going to hurt the channel.
Well, I mean, he's such a negative moose. Such a negative moose.
Yeah, it's like, birds of a feather flock together, guys. If you sit around with a bunch of negative people and they have negative responses like the moose on the camp, you're not going to get anywhere. So
yeah. People were asking me about my ears. Yeah, they're still, stuffed up. They're still.
That's so funny, man. Dude, that was a crazy time.
Your ears still messed up, man?
Yeah.
Guys, I haven't even Okay, so I didn't tell you guys this because I get my picture together, but check this out. Here you go, Conky. This is a spoiler alert, guys. This is a spoiler alert. But in one of the units coming up, excuse me, full screen me, Conky. This is what I found.
Are those Hot Wheels?
Hot Wheels, dude.
Oh,
Hot
wow.
Wheels.
Which unit was that?
Hang on. Let me lock the phone screen. Okay, yeah, here we go. Right here, guys. Hot Wheels, dude.
In a unit.
In a unit, dude.
Wow.
Look at all those. Look at all those Hot Wheels, guys. And there's loose ones. And there's ones in like there's 5-packs. Like you see that 5-pack up there, Conky? And then there's Beetles. No, I counted them, and then there was 300 and like something, 50 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, what you just showed me, I counted 160. What you just showed me.
Did you? You can't count.
I'm serious.
Did you?
Most of them in rows of 10. There's 16 rows across. How many rows? Tell me if I'm wrong. If there's
I counted. Okay, you're right. I counted an average between 13 to 16 per row, and you're right. There's 25 rows.
Yeah, I mean that picture you showed, there's not 25 rows though, because you can't see them all.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, you're right. You can't see all the rows. You're right. But yeah, I did my math. Yeah, that's definitely an awesome find. I knew you guys in the chat would be completely freaking out. Green to Red said, "Guapo, are you auctioning those?" Green to Red, none of them are going to be for sale. They're all going to be on the auction. So you know how like people try to go in and get all the good ones and the sought after ones. That is not going to be the case in this scenario. There's a bunch of Beatles ones. How they made the series of like all of like the rock bands for the brand new Hot Wheels. Like that's the case too. So yeah, Conky, I don't know, dude. If you want to look at them, you can definitely check them out, and we'll talk or whatever if it's anything that you need. But you got so many, dude. That's like it's hard to find stuff you don't need, dude. Conky, it's like finding Guapo that doesn't have a shirt or Rob that doesn't have a comic. It's hard to find those because we've been collecting for so long. So it's one of those things that if you get it and you have it and you need it, and we'll talk further, but for right now, the plan is every single one of them will be on the auction every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So you guys know that. So
should be some kind of an auction in that.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude.
This Saturday, Conky, I have that auction from that house where all the lady had the trains and the toys.
Oh, that's
this Saturday? 1 o'clock. So there's lots of good toys, guys. Lots of good toys. There's also sports cards too. So 1 o'clock. We don't do free shipping, but we ship everywhere in the United States. We got all kind of great stuff. Tons of good stuff.
Auctioneer extraordinaire, best auctioneer in Cleveland or the world. You never know. Or the world. Man, you know what would be sick? I just had a cool idea. An auctioneer show. That would be cool too, man, because there's a lot of auctioneers in the country. And like you know, like they have Top Chef. You could like do like Top Auctioneer. That would be, dude, that would be a sick show, I feel like.
They haven't done that yet?
I don't think so, no.
Oh.
People that don't know, there is actually an auctioneer competition or Olympics, however you want to call it, and they actually have like every year there's like there's the regional, then state, and then nationals.
Tracy said, do either you ship to Canada? I know Rob ships to Canada. Rob ships international to everybody. I ship to Canada, but it doesn't qualify for our free shipping that we do for everybody that goes to the auction, which shouldn't be a big deal because Canada, when I ship shirts to Canada, they range from $20 to $22. So it shouldn't be a huge deal.
Jane said, how long did it take me to learn how to talk like an auctioneer? That's a good question.
With Rob as your teacher, not too long, man. I don't think so.
You know, when I first started off auctioning, I would practice at home, and then my wife and kids would tell me to shut up.
Shut up! Quit moving your feet.
It definitely took me a while to get to the good cadence that I have now in the sound, and you know, lots and lots of experience. But the first time I worked with this one auctioneer, and the computer broke, and he's like, "Here, you got to take over auction." And this is when I was an apprentice. And I auctioned for like 5 hours straight. And like halfway during that, that's when it clicked. Like, you know, like all of a sudden, like, you know, you're riding a bike and all of a sudden you just start riding it. It was like that for me as auction. All of a sudden it was just like, it just clicked, you know, and I just started boom, 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 and started selling all these people. And, you know, and when I sold with that guy, you had to write down the numbers and everything at the same time. So it's trying to control everything and move it in a fast pace and selling hundreds and hundreds of lots an hour.
Yeah, but you go way longer than 5 hours, though, right?
I've auctioned. The longest ever auction straight was 1 bathroom break, no food, no nothing else, and I think I went for. See, we started at 9 in the morning and we ended at 6:30, 7 o'clock at night.
So that's like almost 10 hours, right?
That was like 10 hours of auctioning straight.
12 hours would be 9 to 9. So
right.
So yeah, that was like it was like nine something hours, dude. Sheesh.
And you know, I'm talking about 1-2 minute break. That was nonstop.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I mean, dude, at the end of the day, that's a beautiful way of doing it. I like.
How can you not lose your voice? I don't know how I didn't lose my voice. I've been auctioning now for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And,
it might be something to expand into, something like that. Maybe when I'm your age and get there, because dude, I'm already like in the auction business pretty much with the, you know.
You guys are doing auctions, all you guys now. So
and it's beautiful, dude. It's I love it. I love it because it's almost like, you know, we talk about it all the time about how like we give good deals, but everything is all good incentive and everything evens out for the seller, the buyer. You know, some lots go for good, some lots, you know, it all evens out. And it's almost like the community tells you what something's worth because we talk about it and we always say that something's only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. So you kind of let like your community kind of tell you what things are worth in your auctions. And that's kind of like the same thing with mine. And I like that concept, you know, because I auction shirts on other platforms and stuff. And I really think it's just like, it's an awesome concept to me. So,
well, that's why auction's been around forever. You know, the U.S. government, how do they sell everything? Through auction. I try to explain this to people all the time. Because a lot of times people, you know, the misconception of auction is either everything goes super cheap or everything goes really expensive. And it's a little bit of both, you know. You're always going to set the highest price ever for an item is always going to be at an auction, because you don't know what some items you don't know what. Yeah, you don't know what they're worth until you put them in an auction. There's items out there. There's no comps, and then there's always going to be good deals, and then there's going to be items that always are going to get people are going to get emotionally attached to items or units or whatever else and going to pay more than they should go for because they have an emotional attachment to those things. And that's why in auction, you'll have the price will go blah, blah, blah. It's like I had comic books in Aaron's auction. You could go online, buy the same comic book for $50, $100 cheaper, but the people are emotionally attached in the auction at that time, you know, or this person's been against me. I want to win. And there's all kind of things that go into auction. There's all kind of psychological parts to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well said. There's a lot of factors that contribute to the outcome of an auction lot and or auction, man. And I love it so much. I love the concept, and I love it for a seller. I love it for a buyer. It's just like, you got to think, I sell stuff on auctions. I buy stuff on auctions. You know, that's just the way it is. I mean, I think you can get the best deals through auctions. I think you can sell the most stuff at one time during auctions. They're awesome. They're awesome for the buyer and the seller, in my opinion.
And for my, I do a lot of these houses. I go to whole estates and I auction off everything in the content wise. And people ask me all the time, 90 to 95% of stuff I put in auction is going to sell. I could have this sit there and have a flea market or garage sale or estate sale or anything else. And you guys set up at flea markets before. You guys had garage sales before. You sell, maybe, if you're lucky, if you sell 50%, you had a great day.
You had a great day, great time, and you did way more work. And yeah, I'm, honestly, and I tell people all the time, people look at me crazy at the flea market. They probably have, the people that don't watch the channel have not even a clue of how extreme and how far I've taken this reselling business. And it's just like an extreme thing that I live every single day, Rob and Conky, and you guys know that. And you know that a lot of the time, what's Guapo doing? I'm reselling my butt off, So for them to not know that, and them to hear me say, oh, well, I do this, kind of build character and kind of just to keep myself active and exercise. They're looking at me like, dude, you're lying. Are you kidding me? You're here to make a living. And they're probably like, dude, it's funny. We don't really talk about this often, Rob. So yeah, like, it's literally like on the outside in, people are probably looking at me like, yo, are you serious? And that's the truth. I mean, I literally go, my incentives to go to the flea market, ladies and gentlemen, are what I find while I'm there. And the networking, I know, I get to know people, know collections that need to be bought, what's for sale, what people are looking for. Those are like financial incentives. And then there's physical incentives for flea markets, and that's the exercise, and I'm going to be sitting at home either sleeping in my bed or doing something else when I could be out there in an environment where I could learn more about an item. I could curate things. So yeah, I'll talk you guys' ear off about the flea market stuff.
The thing I like about the flea markets is I remember as a kid we would only really go to flea markets if we were on vacation and in another town.
Yeah.
So flea markets for me always just bring me back to my childhood.
Yeah.
Whether I'm walking around looking for a deal, or if I go and set up, because I'll go and set up sometimes too.
Yeah.
Just again to kind of bring me back to 20 years ago when I first started doing this. I don't really need to set up a flea markets anymore, but it's more fun for me. It's more just doing it for the experience and the nostalgia of it.
Yeah.
When I set up there. Where'd Rob go?
You could absolutely do that, Guapo. I don't know what are you talking about, Hutzman? Do what? I don't know, but now that Rob's back, dude, you were talking about like emotional attachments to items. And I think that this is huge here too. I can kind of get into that as well. And it's like when, some people, like, for an example, and I'll take this for an example, guys, because this isn't going to make the episode. But when we were done python hunting, and this isn't going to make the episode for a bunch of different reasons, but you'll see why. When we were done python hunting, I left early in the morning the next day. Rob was still asleep. Everybody was still asleep. He woke up, said bye to me because me and Rob shared the same room. And then Jeremy, George, and Conky were in another room. And when I left, I went to go see Conky's friend that he made episodes on and concert t-shirt of his concert t-shirt collection. And when I got there, it feels like he has like an emotional attachment to him, like you said, Rob, because he wanted a lot of money for them, and it wasn't enough for me to make money or make an episode, or because I feel like with the episode, for me to make an episode, like, oh, you went to go see a collection, didn't buy it. I get self-conscious about my videos sometimes. So it's just, I was like, like when I went out there anyway. So just to like catch you guys up. Okay. I left the hotel that morning. I flew from Miami to Tampa. I met up with Conky's friend. Conky's friend had a bunch of t-shirts, a bunch of concert t-shirts. He was the original owner of the t-shirts. Sentimental Value, guys. Number one. When you have an original owner, when you have somebody that passionately collects something, they have memories, there's nostalgia involved, there's more to the item that's worth to them than what the item's actually worth. And that's what Rob was saying. And I kind of wanted to touch up on that subject, because sometimes guys, when you're buying, collections and stuff, you want to stay away from people that have that emotional attachment, because you'll never get your value out of your haul. You'll find yourself, unless you'll find an emotional attachment to the item you're buying, and then you'll pay the emotional attachment price. So go ahead, Rob.
Me, I deal with a lot of times, people call me up, they need to get the house cleaned out for, obviously the real estate's where the money's at. I like dealing with, it's tough to deal with the actual people or people that are downsizing or anything else. I'd rather deal with, the people that their family after they pass away. It sounds horrible when I say this, but the people, they have no attachment to the stuff. They need to get rid of the stuff. And in the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to tell you this to you all, but it's just stuff. Conky's Hot Wheels, it's just stuff. To him, they have his emotional attachment, but when he passes away, the next person doesn't have that emotional attachment to those things. He remembers buying this one here and getting this one here, and when he found this one, how he felt, and when he finally got this Hot Wheel. But to the next person, they don't have any of that attachment. Myself, I can't sell emotional attachment. I can't sell sentimental value. I have to sell the actual product. So in the end of the day, to me, it's just stuff, and you can't, like the guy says, you can't take the U-Haul truck with you to the funeral. It's not going to follow you in the hearse behind you. All your stuff is going to either go to the trash, or someone's going to go through it and sell it,
or it's going to be taken wrongfully by relatives. I mean, you just never know. And then that branches off to when we die, we can't take the money with us. So that also, we can also start talking about that concept, guys, because that's why, people are like, why would you spend that much on this? Or why are you putting this much energy into this collection? Or why does this bring you and then the bottom line is, guys, is happiness is priceless. So these people and these guys, if that collection or that auction lot brings you happiness, then you're winning over the next person that's not happy or not content with their situation. I just bought a lot that's going to arrive at my door. And when it gets there and I open it up, the joy and the happiness that it's going to bring me outweighs any hater or anybody that's, naysaying on your purchase or on your, or pretty much, like trying to like down talk your collection or down talk your hobby. The bottom line is happiness is priceless, and we can't take money with us when we die. So, dude, that Joker doll that I didn't get in your auction and I went and bought on eBay, dude, that made me so happy when I got here, dude. That thing is so sick. It's from the 80s, dude. It matches both of ours, dude. It's like I was about to buy it for $85. And I bought it on eBay for $35, and it made me happy. And that's the key, is happiness, guys. That's it. That's all. When I pray and when we pray, I pray for happiness. Because if I'm happy, I can live in a box and I'm happy. And it's like I'm not going to know, or ignorance is bliss. I'm not going to feel or want that mansion, that yacht, all the vanity. It would be just contentment and just like consciousness. And I don't know. I'll start talking even more, dude. I'll talk you guys' ear off about this stuff.
Well, can I say something about, when you were talking about buying from the original owner, you know, there I don't know whether it's this way in the T-shirt world or in the comic book world, but in the Hot Wheel world, there, you know, we have a lot of fakes and we have a lot of what I want, like an original car that's been taken apart and repainted, and of course they're not worth as much after that. So there's something called provenance, which is you can trace that car back to the moment it came out of the package, or the moment it was manufactured. And if you're getting that stuff from the original owner, you can talk to that original owner and hear and see, you know, paperwork or whatever they have to offer that traces that car or that collection back to its originality. That has value versus finding somebody who doesn't know anything about it. They don't care anything about it. They put it in front of you and say, here it is. Now you got to wonder if these things have been repainted. You got to wonder if they're genuine. You got to wonder if they're, you know, where they came from. Because a lot of the stuff for like I have one Hot Wheels car that I know came out of what's called a store display. And it's because that car was only painted that particular color for the store display. You cannot buy this car in this color in the package or in any play set or anything like that. So to have those things and to know those things, to get them from somebody that cared, even though that comes along with an emotional attachment that's going to make you pay more, is sometimes worth more for the collection.
Well, one, you have to be able to take that provenance and actually have it in some kind of documentation form without, you know, this guy saying, hey, I got this from here. The story's great, but once again, the story is only worth what a story's worth. The actual, like if you have the actual receipt and the documentation, there's that part. But the other point, though, Conky, is that collector, though, I've dealt with a few people, and, you know, I'm the guy that had to tell them that what they had wasn't real, or it's been repainted, or, you know, sometimes they look past the obvious because they're so happy that they found this piece, their holy grail or whatever else. And sometimes I'm the guy that has to come in and say, wait a second, you know, the bad guy, the bad news guy that says, you know, this ain't exactly as old as you thought it was, or this has been repainted. And unfortunately, a few times in my life, you know, that person, they thought for 100% this is it. You know, this is I got it from my grandmother or my grandfather, and it's been passed down the family, and I'm the guy that's telling them this ain't worth anything what you're thinking it's worth. It's not. It's a reproduction or whatever else.
Yeah.
There's that part too. Sometimes the provenance, it's a family story, everything else, but it doesn't match up to the actual fact of the actual item. And that's the only other aspect of that story where it's nice to have the provenance, but sometimes the provenance is not always accurate because, you know, my grandfather gave this to me. He got it in World War II from a German soldier or something. And, you know, I'm the guy saying, you know, this was made in this is a reproduction German dagger or whatever made in the 1950s. It's not from the 1940s, you know.
Well, where I saw that the most was when we were at that place in Kent where Jeremy took us on that pick, and the guy was showing us. Were you standing there when the guy was showing us the mechanical dog? I put this. It's actually a little video on my channel. It's like a little minute video, and the guy's standing there telling us that it was made in the 30s, and they made a reproduction of it in the 60s, and the one we had was in my hand was a reproduction made in the 60s. If it was made in the 30s, it was worth $7 million, some outrageous number. But this one was only worth about $20,000 because it's a reproduction. And I'm looking at it, and I flip it over, and it says www.something.com on it. It's got a barcode. And I looked at it, and I said to the guy, I didn't know they had websites and barcodes in the 60s. Yeah, that's the reproduction for the 60s. It's worth $10,000. You remember that?
I wasn't there. I was probably in the other barn, but that's my point. There's people out there that think, you know, and in their mind, it's 100% facts, you know, and unfortunately, I'm the guy that a lot of times I'm the family heirloom or this or that. This came from, you know, I'm the guy that has to sit there and tell them, well, this something's wrong with the story, or it's not exactly what you thought it was, you know. And I try to tell them the nicest way possible.
I didn't have the heart to even say that. I just, yeah, whatever. You can keep it. I don't want it because I'm not going to give you, more. It's something I'd have given the guy $5 for just because I thought it was neat. You know what I mean?
Yo, is Carrie Miller still in the chat? Carrie Miller, if you're in the chat, type in the chat and confirm that you're in there. I just seen what you said, and I got that thing that you bought George still because she hasn't came and got it. So we're still on track. She knows about it. So she was asking about that. I'm pretty sure she's asking about this elephant.
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
above me actually. I told George that she has it and that it's hers, but she's like you said, George is in Florida right now. She doesn't know when she's gonna come back, so we got to figure out the best time to send it if she's gonna be there for an extensive.
Take it on if you fly down there, just bring it as your carry-on.
I could just bring it on my carry-on or something like that.
That's it. You'll just have the elephant.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're gonna be like, "What the hell? Like, what's this guy? This guy got a book bag with a brass elephant in it. That's all he's bringing.
That's it, man. That's all I need."
And a Storage Legend sweater.
Yeah.
What kind of guy packs a brass elephant and not underwear? That's what they're going to be asking. You're going to get like
This is a lot preview right here, guys. This is an elephant in here. Let me see here. Lot preview, elephant coming in right now. This lady had so much jewelry, guys. Oh, shoot.
Half off.
That is an elephant.
A silver elephant, dude. This lady had so much jewelry. It's crazy, dude. So much jewelry and purses to come, guys. It's just like Louis Vuittons, Gucci, just so much stuff, man.
Yeah, Bonnie brings up a good point. They might want to smash that elephant open just to see what's in it, if that's all you're carrying on.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's X-rays and stuff, so they just need to run it through the thing.
Don't smash
what if there is something in it? What if that's like an old elephant from the 60s they used to like smuggle stuff around in, and it's like full of like drugs or guns or something? Who knows? Full of some contraband. You'll get locked up for 10 years just for trying to get that through an airport. Oh well.
Yeah.
Get the Hulk bumper sticker for Jeremy yet?
Did you get the Hawk bumper sticker for Jeremy yet? What are you talking about?
There's a bumper sticker you wanted to put on his tractor, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, I didn't. I don't.
All right, so who's gonna do the prayer tonight?
I'll do the prayer, man.
Oh yeah, okay. I did it last time.
Unless Rob wants to step up to the plate.
Dude, I did it last Thursday. You guys remember? Do you guys remember last Thursday, Auctions Anonymous?
Yeah, I did it the week before that. Remember, I prayed that all the parachutes open up.
Right.
Okay, wait,
we were in a hotel room.
We need
in
Hoops'
Florida.
address, guys. Everybody in the community, let's try to see if we can get Hoops' address, because Hoops paid, but I don't have her address. And then Dory, I need Dory's address. Dory, if you're watching and you were on the auction on Tuesday, I need your address so we can get it gone.
Someone asked if our wives are going to go to Camp Hales for a bachelorette party. First of all, that'd be the last place I would want to go is Camp Hales.
Do you know that there's no bathroom at Camp Hales?
There's no shower at Camp Hales. There's no toilet at Camp Hales.
You can't breathe, drink water, or use the restroom at Camp Hales.
Right.
So,
if you go to the bathroom outside, you have pigs watching you.
That will bite you in the feet and eat the stuff before it goes in the ground.
So mental picture, guys. Think about this. You're in the middle of 90-degree humidity weather. You got to go sit on a bucket in mosquito-infested swampland while pigs are trying to bite your toes off. Does it sound like a good time? Yeah, my wife can't wait to get there.
Yeah.
It's a good time for guys. I mean, we get back and we talk about being at camp, but yeah, the women won't want that, any part of it.
I remember when I left, and me and George and Jeremy and Chapo went to Orlando's Universal Studios, and we went to the hotel like after being there for like 5 to 7 days, or I forgot how long we were there, and we were just like, oh, a shower and a bed. Like it was like it makes you appreciate things, you know.
Only thing I'd say this: last week, this time, we were in Miami. We were at the hotel. We did our live, and then we had to go out python hunting. We came back, whatever time, 5 a.m, right? I took a shower. Okay. When I woke back up at like 8, 9 a.m, I took another shower, and I stayed in that shower. I washed myself like 3 times. So I was like, man, I felt like I haven't showered for like a year, you know. Being at Camp Hales, you're like, oh my god. And you know, in the matter of 6 hours, I showered like 3 times because I didn't know when the next shower was gonna be, man.
Like you just don't know, man. You just don't know, man. We were like traveling around, and any opportunity that we have to take a dump, we just did. All of us, we all took a. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we gotta figure it out with the shark hunting thing too.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Well, basically, right now, I think
go ahead.
We're gonna be another 26 hours, I think.
Yeah, this is gonna be a cool piece right here, guys. All of these are constellations. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild stuff. Sterling. Dude, I'm going through this box. Dude, look at this. Sterling right here. And this is the type of jewelry she had, bro. Sterling, look at this right here. Hang on 5 seconds, Conky. That like wire type of stone. We got this plate right here. It literally is marked Sterling. It's got B on it. It's a big old plate of Sterling. Like this is just everything she had was just stuff, man. It's crazy. So we're still kind of going through that. And then my haul at Akron was significantly little. So got all the good stuff out of there. That guy was a military guy. We're going to see an episode on that. That butler scared the crap out of people at the gas station. Scared my friends today. Like, dude, it looks like a human is in my car, bro. It's crazy.
Butler is cool.
Yeah, there was a cool butler.
It's about time you got a butler.
Yeah. I think
it said Guapo's very late. Now he wants to talk. Kate, of course. Yeah, of course. What do you mean? Where's his Auctions Anonymous? If the vibe's there, we'd be here all night. So vibes definitely, you know, these guys are probably like, yo, we got to go. But if it was there, we'd be there all night.
Someone said, I hope you guys shower before skydiving. Oh, no. I felt bad for those guys. We were nice and ripe. We did go swimming the day before the manatee, so we probably smell like manatee water, manatee pee.
Yeah. Cell phone, seaweed, all kind of stuff. Yeah. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I don't have any rush to get off here, and you know, honestly, I mean this. Every time I close out an AA, when I get here, late or not, whatever, it's always like, dang, you know. I'll go 15 minutes later, like, oh, you know, I wish I would have said this on live, or, you know, because the bottom line is, I'm sure I speak for all the fellas, that we enjoy hanging out with you guys. We enjoy this. This is definitely a fun time for us. So I don't ever want to let you go. If I had like a GoPro just right here permanently attached, dude, we would catch a lot of extra stuff, man. Because I got to say, every day, all day, my life is a YouTube video, man. It's insane, dude. I'd say, oh, you know, we ran into this problem. Now we got to do this to fix this problem. And, oh, you know, I got this load. Now we got to do this, sell this load. Oh, this person like this stuff, you know, so.
You see that, Guapo?
Please repeat what?
What you said about Carrie Miller. She's back, I guess.
Oh, Carrie Miller. Oh, yeah, Carrie Miller. I already said that. We already know that George is going to get the elephant. She's been traveling, so it's here for her when she's ready to pick it up. She knows about it. So don't worry, Carrie Miller. George will get her package when she's ready for it. So, all right, I'll do the prayer, guys. Everybody bow your heads, and dear God, I just want to thank you so much again, as I always should and always will, for these awesome subscribers and these awesome viewers and the awesome vibes that we get when we're together and we talk all this awesome resell about this awesome life that we live and our awesome hobbies and habits. And awesome occupation that we chose. God, I thank you so much every day for the rest of my life for blessing me with this interest and blessing me with these awesome friends and this awesome community, God. I want to just ask that we just have a great, successful week. I want to ask that we have a great, nice, happy, peaceful sleep with the angels. And I want to ask that any family members or anybody that's in any health crises or anything that involves health, I ask that you just put your healing hands on any of our friends and family that need it, as well as ourselves. Amen.
Amen.
So yeah, videos to come. I mean, dude, we're shark fishing. I'm going. I just got to figure out where and when and stuff. So, yeah.
All right. Well,
I was thinking how many people are going to be able to fit out this boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. That's.
I don't know.
It's not that big of a boat.
That boat was pretty full last time we went.
Yeah, you went, so you know how big the boat is.
Yeah. Oh, I was right, Guapo. You weren't there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was George, Jeremy, myself, and Conky, and the captain, and Sub Geo, and the boat was pretty full then. And so if we had 3 more people.
3 more people?
Well, I don't think Sub Geo's going. I think it's just going to be George.
I don't think George or her son's going either.
I think Sub Geo's going. Somebody's going to go has to film for Hales.
Yes. Yeah,
and then
you're right.
Robbie said Z-Dog's coming. Robbie and Z-Dog might come.
Oh, yeah. Dude, yeah. If we can't fit on the boat, then
we'll have to figure it out.
We'll have to ask Jeremy to make sure just talk. I just want to make sure we don't all get there. And then the captain's like, well, we can only take 6. 2 of you guys got to stay. And I'm like, listen, I just flew down here. Robbie and Z-Dog. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, guys. Love you guys. You guys have a great week. A great everything.
Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.
Big hug. Big hug. Here we go.